So as I said, we're going to be making this stand here using this piece of wood. So we have to mark it out and then get ready for cutting. Okay. So this is our piece of wood here. All right. And the measurements of that is as follows. Okay. So this is our full piece of wood here. Okay. It's 250 millimeters in length, but the actual length of these pieces is 120 and 120. So what does that leave for waste in the center? Paddy. So if it's 250 in total and our two pieces is 120 and 120, what is left in the center there, Paddy? 10 millimeters. Very good, Paddy. Okay, 10 millimeters waste. So that's important to have. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to mark out. So let me start that. Okay. This what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 120 and 130. Nice and quick. Get my tri-square, wrap the lines around. You should be all able to do this. This is a required standard that you have to have. Marking your waist. Perfect. Okay, so next part. We need to mark out our two pieces then, okay, and we need to make this bit here, okay. So this is basically, this is a halving joint, okay. Have we done a halving joint before? That's not technically true. No. Oh, we did, yeah, the trench for the plane, good. We done, so it's basically what we did for the train, or the plane, the base of the plane. We do two trenches and then put them together, okay, same thing. So, measurements, we have to be quite accurate here, okay, because the thickness, it's all about, you have to be over 51, because the thickness of our wood is 18, okay, so that has to be 18 in the middle, alright? Oh, sorry, that has to be 18 in the middle here, okay, so that means we come over 51 and over 51, okay, so 102 away from 120 is equal to 18, that's why we have 18 there, okay, and the thickness of a piece of wood then is 18. Paying attention at the board, alright? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start marking out my piece of wood. Now, I'm looking at my piece of wood here, okay? There's something looking at me there that might make my joint a bit awkward to cut out. Tiger? This big dirty knot here, yes. Tiger, how could I make life a bit easier for myself? No. Good guess though. Saoirse? Yes. So instead of marking out this top side, I can mark out this side instead. Now look, granted I'm going to be getting a bit of the knot, but I won't be getting all this bad by here. Okay, so I'm just going to turn that around there like that. Now, my measurements. So over 51. Put that up there like that. So you should have 120 in total. I'm going to measure over 51, and I can actually, yeah, you want the 18 in the middle. I'm just going to do this way so you can understand it a bit better. 51 there, boom, two lines, bring them all the way around. Now I have I have a starter base, okay, so as I said I'm going to cut out this bit on the top. I want to keep this down on the bottom. So going back to my measurements here, we have one here, we have to come down 15 millimeters. 15 millimeters down, that's basically half the width of your piece of wood, okay. The piece of wood should be 30 in total, so you can come down 15. So again, I'm just going to use my ruler, measure down 15 here. Same on this line. I'm going to join those two dots together. Now if you want to use your marking gauge, by all means you can use it, but the wood is long enough to just get away with just doing it by pencil. Now, I have to look at my joint again to make sure which part I'm taking out. So I'm going to take out this. So, marking my waist. Very important that you mark in your waist. Marking my waist here. Marking my waist here. Just like that. Okay? So that's the part marked out. Do the same thing the other side, and then you can obviously trench that. Now, I'm not going to give you a demonstration how to trench it. But how do we trench it? Turn him.
You cut out the side and maybe put one cut in the middle this time.
Good, I like it. So the two sides there, you do your cuts there, very good. And then what about you said one in the middle. I'd even go two in the middle, Tiernan, okay? What do they do though?
They just help you in your chisel now so you don't,
Bang on, yeah. Very good, Tiernan, yeah, help you with your chiseling. So, remember folks, when you're chiseling up the way, and then you flip it around, chisel up the way, and then you chisel flat, and then you use it without the mallet for a bit, just to clean up your chisel, your joint. Yeah? I just also want to talk to you really quick about maybe, if you're happy with, say, this design, where it's just a square, okay, that's grand. But maybe the higher achieving students who would maybe a bit more able, you can start designing your piece. So say like you could do something, I don't know, some design on it that will go together. And now is the time to start thinking about that. Okay, now look, I'm not asking you to mark it out before. I think we'll cut it first, and then we'll join it together, and then you can start. When it's in this stage, you can start thinking about, okay, what do I want to do? Do you want to put maybe a curve? Like you could put like, I don't know, you could put, you could go back like that to a curve. I don't know, that obviously wouldn't help. What might happen then if you had a bit of curve there? Rachel? It would fall over a rock. Yeah, again, this has to be stable. So think about having at least a flat base there. Alright, so maybe if we went up this way and then went back here like that, and you had your waist there like that, so you could have that sort of a design, you know. But again, you have to come up a way. How am I going to, I'm obviously going to do a socket here, but then how am I going to get all of this out, you know? So this is where there will always be some element of where you're designing it yourself. You have to add your own design to it. Okay, I will give you the basics of the project, but it's up to you to maybe do some design. Now again, if you just want to concentrate on getting your halving joint correct and sanding your octagon, by all means just stick it at that. But for the students who maybe will be aiming for the A's and the high B's, or a B even, that's what you need to be doing there. Killer question.
Could you burn design like doctrine on?
So that's what we're going to be doing as well. We're going to be getting the pyrography pen and burn the design up here as well. Alright? But again, not everybody might get to that. Oh what, we have 3 weeks to the midterm, is it? Yeah. Well, I say a lot of you will actually get to it. But again, if you want to bring in your own paint or anything like that, bring it in. Alright?